Picture this, a colossal white rocket piercing the Florida sunrise, venting misty clouds that glow in the morning light. Suddenly, a deafening roar shatters the calm as 9 engines ignite, unleashing a power that you can feel in your bones. We see the controlled chaos of the flames, then cut wide to the rocket, a graceful giant pushing its way through the clouds on a pillar of smoke. Then, an almost unbelievable sight. A rocket booster falls from the sky, reignites its engine, and lands itself perfectly. And finally, the reward. The serene, brilliant blue marble of Earth, hanging silently in the infinite blackness of space. What a spectacular show! It's truly something to witness another chapter of human space exploration unfold. You are watching the complete story of NASA's SpaceX Crew-11 mission. We're going to follow this international crew of 4 from the moment they strap in through the thunderous launch from historic Launch Complex 39A. And we're not just stopping in orbit. We'll also see the Falcon 9 first stage perform a fiery, historic, and final landing back on solid ground in Florida. This is way more than just a launch. It's the beginning of a long and incredible scientific journey. The road to space is a long one, and for the 4 astronauts of Crew-11, it's the finish line of years of intense training. At the helm is NASA Commander Zena Cardman on her very first trip to space. It's a dream come true 8 years after she was selected as a NASA astronaut in 2017. With a background studying everything from caves to deep-sea sediments, she brings a unique perspective on exploring new frontiers. She's joined by a spaceflight legend, NASA pilot Mike Fink, who's making his 4th trip to the cosmos. With almost 300 days in space already, Fink is one of the most seasoned astronauts out there, having flown on both the Russian Soyuz and the space shuttle Endeavour. Interestingly, both Fink and JAXA astronaut Camilla Yu were originally scheduled to fly on Boeing's Starliner. Due to that program's delays, they were reassigned to Crew-11, a perfect example of the flexibility needed in the world of space flight. For Yu, this is his 2nd long-duration mission on the station. Rounding out the crew is Roscosmos cosmonaut Oleg Platonov, also on his first journey to space, continuing a decades-long partnership between nations on the ISS. Their ride to orbit is a marvel of reusable technology. The rocket is the workhorse Falcon 9, and sitting on top is a very special spacecraft, Crew Dragon Endeavour. This isn't just any capsule. It's the very same one that brought human spaceflight back to American soil on the historic Demo 2 mission in 2020. This mission marks Endeavour's 5th journey to orbit, an incredible display of reusable spacecraft technology. But a huge part of today's story happens after the rocket separates. The Falcon 9 booster doesn't just get thrown away. After giving the crew their push to orbit, it will flip around and fly itself back to Florida for a perfect landing. And this isn't just any landing. It's the final use of Landing Zone 1 at Cape Canaveral. After 53 successful landings, this pad is being retired as SpaceX transitions to new landing zones. So, what we're about to see isn't just routine, it's the end of an era. The tension on launch day is always electric, but for Crew-11, it was even more so. Their first launch attempt was scrubbed because of bad weather, a common headache on the Space Coast. But on August 1, 2025, the team found their chance, a perfect narrow window in the clouds they had to hit. With the crew buckled in, the countdown clock started ticking again. The final minute is a blur of automated checks and callouts from mission control. The launch director gives the final go. Then the final seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff. Go NASA, go Crew-11. A blinding flash of light and a chest-thumping roar erupts as 1.7 million pounds of thrust from 9 Merlin engines propel the rocket off the pad. The Falcon 9 clears the tower and arcs gracefully over the Atlantic, pushing the crew back into their seats for a rapid 9-minute climb to orbit. Just over a minute in, the rocket hits max Q, the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure. It's the moment of greatest stress on the vehicle as it barrels through the atmosphere at supersonic speeds. A few minutes later, the 9 engines on the first stage cut off, main engine cutoff, or MECO, and the crew gets their first taste of weightlessness. Immediately after, the 2 stages separate. The second stage's single vacuum engine ignites, continuing to accelerate the astronauts to over 17,000 miles per hour. And now, the mission splits in 2. While the Dragon capsule continues its journey upward, the first stage booster begins its incredible trip home. It deploys 4 large grid fins to steer with pinpoint accuracy as it falls back to Earth. It fires 3 of its engines in a re-entry turn to slow down. And then, as it nears landing zone 1, the center engine ignites one last time. It's a jaw-dropping sight, a 16-story rocket descending on a pillar of fire to touch down gently on its landing legs. A flawless landing and a fitting farewell to the historic landing zone 1. Meanwhile, hundreds of miles above, the call comes from Mission Control. Nominal orbit insertion. Crew-11 is in space. A few moments later, Dragon Endeavour separates from the second stage, flying free. Its nose cone opens, revealing the docking port it will use to connect with the International Space Station. And for the first time, we hear the calm, professional voices of the crew, thanking everyone for the perfect ride. With a successful launch and a historic landing in the bag, the first part of the Crew-11 mission is a roaring success. The flawless performance shows just how mature SpaceX's reusable system has become. The retirement of Landing Zone 1 isn't an ending, but an evolution toward even more efficient operations. But for the astronauts, the adventure is just getting started. After a series of carefully choreographed burns, Dragon Endeavour will dock autonomously with the International Space Station. They'll be welcomed by the station's current residents, bringing the orbiting lab's population temporarily to 11. After a handover, the Crew-10 astronauts will head home for a splashdown off the coast of California. Now, the real work begins, a 6-month science expedition. The crew will run a wide range of experiments to benefit life on Earth and prepare for future missions to the Moon and Mars. One of the most exciting involves stem cells. Here on Earth, it's tough to produce the massive quantities of high-quality stem cells needed for regenerative medicine. This experiment will see if microgravity can help generate up to 1,000 times more cells than we can on the ground, a breakthrough that could revolutionize treatments for countless diseases. They'll also study how microgravity affects bacteriophages, viruses that kill bacteria, which could give us new alternatives to antibiotics. Other tasks include testing new life support systems and simulating lunar landings to prep for future Artemis missions. Their time in orbit will also coincide with a huge milestone, the 25th anniversary of continuous human presence aboard the ISS, a powerful symbol of what international collaboration can achieve. From a thunderous launch that threaded the clouds to a picture-perfect landing that closed a chapter of rocket history, the Crew-11 mission is off to a spectacular start. 4 astronauts from 3 nations are now starting their vital scientific work 250 miles above us, pushing the boundaries of what we know and paving the way for the next generation of explorers. Their mission is a powerful reminder that our journey to the stars is a global one, inspiring all of us to look up and wonder what's next. Thanks for joining us on this incredible ride. To follow the rest of the Crew-11 mission, from their docking to their scientific discoveries, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoyed this story, hit that like button. It really helps us bring you more content just like this. Until next time, ad astra.